Hey, 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 what do you say? This is a test with transmitter 1. Check 1, check 2. Hey, 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 this is a test with transmitter 2. Check 1, check 2. Transmitter 1, as you can see, it's on. There's a blue light that'd be on my left side, and that is the modified mic muff. Well, everything is a little different in life. Things don't work as like they're supposed to. And when I first noticed on the receiver, very little movement. When I put 2 on, I saw a lot more movement. Now, maybe it was just because of something was wrong. I'm not sure. That's what I see. And I'm telling you what I see through my eyes, through the camera. Well, you get the idea what I'm saying. Well, this should be a good test with transmitter 1 riding, and it's just a gentle breeze hitting me. This is not with any noise canceling. It's just the blue light. And we're going to change it to noise canceling. That'd be 2 blue lights. This is a test with transmitter 1, noise canceling, and some gentle breeze blowing. Check 1, check 2. This is transmitter 2 with the noise canceling on, more wind blowing. Check 1, check 2. Continuing on with transmitter 2 noise canceling on. I like the noise canceling because hear that siren? Check it out. He just went right by about 700 feet from me on the highway. Yes, indeed. Did you hear it? Hey, I'm Fish. Thank you very much for joining me. We're doing some Fulaim X5 testing with the modified wind muff. The wind muff that is given can easily be fallen off and lost, and that's exactly what happened to the one I had. I think I am going to go do a retrack and get to where I need to be at to see if I could find it. Not going to be easy if they street clean everything up, right? But at least I know I could go find it, and yes indeed. Let's go check it on out. I e-scooted over in mode 1 economy mode that goes up to 9 miles per hour, and I had plenty of power. I made it there, I made it back, and right where I'm about at, I put it on mode 2 so I could zoom on home, get there at 15.5, and yeah, I charged up the scooter after it rested. I'm ready for another trip underneath the sun. I had a good time. Yeah, it took me time to get there, 9 miles. I feel like I'm doing 11 right now. This is transmitter 1, and the wind is, I hear it hitting me in the ears. Not super hard, but that's a little harder right now. How does that sound to you? Check 1, check 2. Noise canceling coming up. I don't know if the receiver could show noise canceling, but it's on, and I pressed it. I'm on a boardwalk, and I'm with the planks. So 2 tests. Now I'm on the boardwalk that the planks go across. How does the camera doing? EIS is on, and you got it. Test 1, test 2. Transmitter 2. I have the thing on to no noise canceling, and I still hear the wind in my ears, and I'll do the test with the boardwalks go across in a couple of seconds. I'm on a smooth surface, and hopefully it's almost the same amount of wind that's kicking in. Let's switch on over to noise canceling. The wind is just about the same, and I'm on the cross boardwalks. So it gives you an idea of the sound going across both microphones. It cancels out the noise around that we just heard some music of a Bluetooth speaker that they were playing. Test 1, test 2. Transmitter 1, memory test. Noise canceling was on. I shut everything down by a 2-press second press, and it only comes back on default. So it doesn't remember where the last setting was. And there you have noise canceling on, and the boardwalks are clanking underneath me. Do you hear them? That is the question. I'm there where I need to be, so I'm going to go now start to look. So I'm going to start where I was at first while I'm looking over here where it's at second. And maybe I'll see it. If they clean up, I'm not going to find it. One good reason why I will not find it, it downpoured yesterday for an hour. So anything that's on would have probably washed away. You hear the subway train? While you're listening to the subway train, I'm looking down. I'm on noise canceling. And I don't want it to be just me and not the noise around. I won't be able to do test 2 with that unless I switch over. Nathan's setting up. Yes, indeed, man. And I gotta go down that block. But I don't think I taking it off. Oh, I'm not eating the hot dogs, but this is the way I came. Let me just take a look. Well, chalk it up for the loss, man. You want to sit on up? Go have some hot dogs? We can. Oh, yeah. Well, it is the golden hour. And I did cover my tracks, and I just don't see it no more. At least it was worth a shot, but I should have backtracked as soon as I seen it missing. But I only taken it out by the cyclone and put it in, so that's where it fell. And most likely somebody, like I said, picked it up and walked away with it. Well, I'm gonna go pick another spot because noise canceling's on. I don't know if you hear the music. Test 1, test 2, test 3. If my ears can hear it, maybe this can hear it. Well, I did walk down over here with the scooter, but I doubt my movement would have knocked it out of my shirt. Well, noise canceling's on, and the only test I didn't do is put both on transmitter 1, transmitter 2, noise canceling at the same time on mono and not switching over to stereo. So this will give you still an idea of both joining the same track and having the same sound, that one may sound better than the other. You may hear the better sound over the other sound, and you may hear the other sound over the better sound. Transmitter 1, transmitter 2, train in the distance with the wheels squealing. Can you hear that? Let's see if I could switch on over at the fast time. Hopefully I got transmitter 1, transmitter 2, noise canceling taken care of. It's silent down. These dead cats can no longer be had. If you want a replacement, they're $6.99, but they're different colors like DJI. Who would want to make a multicolored dead cat unless you want to look like Bozo the Clown? Well, I'm going to put this in my pocket so I don't lose it. And I am made a contact to the company, and they will say, hey, maybe they get with me and send me a replacement. Not two, just one to replace the one I lost. But it is what it is, man. I hope you like the sound. It's dead silent. I'm gonna get on out of here. Even in the shade, when you're trying to look at the receiver screen, not easy, as well as the Sony. They go hand in hand. both these cameras and mics. Yes, indeed. Could we modify the receiver to make it brighter? I don't think so. Can we put an LED so when it turns on, it may draw some power? I'm not sure we could get a yellow LED that we could see when it's on. But you know what? I didn't buy this to be outside. I bought this to be inside doing my reviews, and that's where it counts for me. The Sony ZV-1 Mark II has an improvement over the ZV-1F, and what they did, they moved the gain bars off of the actual live feed and onto the black bars on the upper left. Is that an improvement that you can see in the dark? Yeah. But is that an improvement that you can see in daytime outside? Not at all. They're super thin and they're harder to see than anything else on the camera. Make a gain bar, make it wider, make it thicker so we can see it. You could get rid of one of them and just make it one. Make it solid and you could definitely see it a lot better. It's not going to draw away from the battery. If the fish could lose a wind muff, he could lose a magnet. And also you could lose those USB pieces in the case. So please be careful with the products you have and the accessories. They do sell the magnet. They do sell the wind muff. If you wanted the updated magnet, you can do so around it for sure. It's only under $10. That's not a bad price at all. Tree boxing, man. Hit the trees. Trees don't fight back. They sure do. When the wind hits you, oh man, that tree branch will whack you. Trust me. Yeah, so from here on out, even the last video, I'm on noise cancellation. And that's why I'm going to keep it on when I'm outside. I want you to hear me. I don't want you to hear all the background, the birds chirping, the fans running, the horns blowing, all that noise. Noise is pollution. I want to make sure you got some nice quality. Well, I am on the bike, and normally when it's a little bristle, you're going to hear issues. With the Sony ZV-1 Mark II, the DJI Action 3, the GoPro Hero 10, even though they got noise reduction, it ain't the best in the world. This has noise cancellation, better than noise reduction. I have no idea how this sounds at all with transmitter 1 that I am using with noise cancellation on. I have no idea what the whole video sounds like, but I have an idea of what the actual video looks like. No, I'm not tweaking the video, the quality or color grading. No, I'm not tweaking the audio, changing out dehissing, things like that. The softwares I use, Cyber Power Director 365 and Magix 2023. I tell you, they're not the best in the world. And yeah, you can go ahead and use DaVinci Resolve 18. It's almost going to be 19. Or Filmora or Movavi or whoever you like. Adobe, Final Cut, iMovie, and so on. They all do certain things. And they all do a good job in their way. I am just happy I could pick an editor and do my work and share it to you. But I'm not happy when I use my GoPro. I can't use any editor. It's just too hard on the Codex H.265. And I hear the Hero 11, they cut out H.265. Throughout this whole video, I kept my screen closed in the back, the LCD facing outward, meaning that it's just closed, so this way I don't have to look at my camera and I could guess exactly how I'm framing up, like we do with the older GoPros. This video is dedicated to Steve WB, and he wants to know how the sound of the Fulaim X5 modified wind muff on sounds, looks, and likes. You get the idea. We had some calm areas, some windy areas, noisy areas, and testing out with both transmitters and showing you what it would sound like. The glue I use is Gorilla Glue. I used to use JB Robinson, and that can be found at Hobby Lobby. The dead cat I use was from a 10-plus-year-old eBay purchase that I just cut up, use it for all my cameras, and I'm coming down to where I may have to need to purchase another one. The audio side of the Fulaim X5 is 2 dB bars. On the Sony ZV-1 Mark II, it is on about 15, 14, 13 as I start to lower down to get the idea where I want to be. On the editors, they show about halfway in there, and that is pretty good if asked. To be exact, double checked level 14. I didn't change it, and that's where it's going to stay. How do I sound to you? Check 1, check 2. Didn't we just do this at the beginning of the video? I hope you found something very interesting in the video. If it's about the camera, about the audio, about the wireless mic, about the scenery, about the information, or anything that you liked about it. Always post down below, share a comment, show a love, show a like. I'll be more than happy to answer your question. And on that note, I don't think you hear the rubbing of the bike. I am Fish, and I see you on many other videos to come. Where's my hat? Did I lose my hat? Oh man.